Sir, we are waiting for our participants. Our participants have started to come.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, we'll start at 2:05.
Okay, no problem.
So 3 more minutes are there.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
हम्म नहीं अलग है.
Uh, sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yes, sir. So participants are coming.
Jani, I was talking about this book.
Okay, sir.
These are some of the books relevant to you. I was showing. This speaks
Yes, sir.
about all legal planning, है ना? And
Yes,
this
sir.
speaks about lawyers' stress.
Okay.
Some of the books relevant now. See, 30, 40 students have come. You can start.
Okay, sir. Sir, I think we should begin now. Sir, it's 2:05.
2, 5 have come.
Okay, sir. Sir, shall we begin now?
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, sir. A very good afternoon to everyone. I Janvi Sharma welcomes you all to the platform of Vedic Movement. Today we have Dr. Dewakar Goel with us. Hello, sir. So
Yes.
actually everyone knows about you. However, still for the purpose of sharing a brief background, I'm going to let everybody know. So Dewakar Goel sir has more than 35 years of experience in so many fields. He is an advocate member of Supreme Court, Bar Association, and also a chairman of Aero Academy of Aviation Science and management its branches in different countries. He is a former executive director of Airports Authority of India and director of Indian Aviation Academy, Government of India. He is author of 18 books on management, law, philosophy, stories, and poems. His work has been translated in Urdu, Bangla, Tamil, and Malayalam. He is a visiting faculty in IIMs, IITs, IITA, and other reputed institutions in India and abroad. He is a keynote speaker for national and international conferences. His articles are published in various journals. So, sir, little background about the kind of
Yeah.
audience we have today. We have got some law students, some professors, and a few advocates. But, sir, as we are streaming it live on YouTube, so we have a general public too. Yeah, so that's a brief profile, and thank you so much, sir, for coming and agreed to take this webinar. And now we're looking forward to start our webinar on the topic change management in post-pandemic era.
God, Janvi, thank you very much for the nice introduction. And it's always very good when I talk to my colleagues, especially on this topic of change management.
Yes,
As a
sir.
matter of fact, this change management is a very common phenomenon across the world. And I do conduct the workshops in different countries. But today context is with regard to my colleagues in the legal fraternity. So how the change management is relevant to them? Basically, everybody needs to know about the theoretical conceptual part of change management, what change management is, and why it is necessary to know about the philosophy behind the change management. Change is the only word, it is the only word which is permanent in nature. It is constant. No other word in the dictionary is constant or permanent. It is a permanent feature of life which we call as change. Now, what change is coming because of this catastrophic corona crisis pandemic? This virus has come, an artificial virus, which has made the life across the world in every city of the world a standstill. Every sector has gone behind. The progress has stopped. Unemployment generated. Poor people are suffering. And because of lockdown period and from March onwards, there is a great amount of dilemma in the minds of the people. What will happen? How long it will last? But as I tell you that change management, adaptability is the sign of intelligence. We must learn how to live in a particular scenario. You see, it is not a we had so many kind of viruses. SARS was there, dengue is there, and you see, long back in the history in early 90s, there used to be Spanish flu, which lasted for about 2 years and taken about 2 crore people life. And this corona also, you all know, seeing in the television and all, about 1 lakh people in India lost their life, and over 60 lakh people suffered with this corona. Day by day, the numbers are increasing. You see the Brazil, you see the USA. Now, coming back to the core issue, what preparedness we have got? Now, change is such a word for adaptability. The people go to any extent. Let us learn from the eagle. Now, Janvi, please play the video. Just see this 2 3 minutes video, which will give you the basic idea.
Sir, I'm playing the video.
Yeah, this video is basically how animals are preparing for the change for survival. There is change for survival. Similarly, on the same analogy, it will be for us also. Yes. Yes. Now tell me this short video, it speaks volumes about the change management. How for survival Eagle is doing that? You believe as a human being, as the lawyers now, young students of law, what way it has affected your life? It has affected a lot because your classes are not online. You are going for virtual. The people among you who are interns or who are doing practice as advocate are going for virtual course, which was not thought about. But look at the positives it has gone. Always see every dark cloud has a silver lining. Now, so much advantages are coming in your way because of this pandemic. I want to give you a rosy picture of that because what you meet in life is fixed, but how you meet is not fixed. It is in your hand. Whether we cry, weep, not work, or see the positive side of it. This pandemic has given you a thought how to revisit the things. First and foremost, the time you used to spend going to the court, going to a chamber, going to one court to another court, flying for Madras Court hearing or to Calcutta uh, uh, High Court, that all is there in your own chamber. You are now there before the justices of very high courts of the country. You may be in Calcutta, you may be in Chennai, you may be in a small town of the country, anywhere. You can file an FIR, e-filing to Supreme Court, and you are before the justices of the Supreme Court. The very important aspect of it is that the artificial intelligence, you are easily making the use of it. Now, why I'm using one PPT, which is basically meant for management students across the world. I conduct the workshops for them, mainly for the government sector, public sector, corporates. But I'm using that PPT here, and a few slides I will use so that as a lawyer, what is law? Law is a common sense, and everybody must know the law. And you, as a lawyer, you are officer of the court. You represent wherever you are practicing. Your designation is I am an officer of the court. You consider yourself as the most knowledgeable person to tell the people the right way. And we are in the best profession of the world, let me tell you, as an advocate. You are a counselor,
Yes, sir.
you are a facilitator, you are an advisor, you are a helping hand, you have got the concept of great amount of empathy towards the people, and it is a very noble profession. And in this profession, now when this catastrophe has come, where the junior lawyer is suffering the most, a lawyer who was working in the lower courts, whose daily money was going to the court, sitting in the chamber, getting the clients for filing a small complaint case or some rent control case or some other case, or the lawyers who were going for the consumer court, dealing with the clients where there are so many avenues now coming up with this virtual hearing that there was an old saying, an advocate wins and loses his case in his chamber, not in the court. An advocate wins and loses his case in his chamber, not in the court. What is the meaning of that? You are in your chamber. If you are on the original side, you are going to file a writ petition in the High Court. You know who is the respondent. You have to draft your petition. Drafting is very important.
Yes,
You have
sir.
to draft your petition by presuming you are not the petitioner, you are the respondent. Think about the points what the respondent will have, so that when you draft the petition, you are safeguarding all those points which he is going to counter in his counter affidavit. So now I'm starting one PPT just to tell you the basic conceptual point of view with regard to change management. I'm a lawyer, 1982 batch of Delhi High Court, and now most of my batchmates of 1982, either they are senior advocates or they are the justices in very high courts. I proudly say that one has to be the dreamer. Justice Geeta Mittal was with me as a very close friend, and she had a dream to be the justice, and she became the justice. She had a dream to become the chief justice. She had become the chief justice. Like many lawyers, some very close friends in the High Court and Supreme Court, I can name who has reached to the top. Ryan Karanjawala is there, Rajiv Nair is there, Dushyant Dave is there. They are the people who have really made it a mark by their hardcore labor. Neena Gupta was there, sorry, Neena Bhasin now, a very good friend in a Bhasin and company. She has made herself the name across the world. Why? Because they had the dream and they worked very hard. So these are all learning experiences for all of you. Now in this Corona era, which is going to last at least for coming 2 years more, and it will be a part of life now. So many advantages will come in the form you are having pollution is very less, traffic is very less. You are saving 4 hours every day commutation. You are having the ease, that much close contact you never had with the justices of Supreme Court and High Court and other courts in the virtual hearing. You're as if you're talking one to one. There is no crowd. There is no line. You are not waiting for that. Your number automatically it has been listed in the virtual side. And you are before the justices. I'll give you certain very good useful points also which you have to practice and do that. Before that, let us see what the change management is and what are the challenges of it. You must know what challenges are there in the change management as a lawyer, as an student of law. What kind of progressive thinking you can have today. What way you can say it is blessing in disguise. So many good things will come when you think about that. There is no point in repenting. It was like that. It was like that. Past is a expired check. So
So,
now Janvi is with me. Let us start with the PPT.
okay, sir, I'm just starting it.
Now you see what is there. Long back you see industry one. Industry one was in 17 something, 18th century it started. It was saying about mechanization, steam and water power. In those days, we were having the energy source, mechanization, steam, and the water power. Now, from it came to stage two, electricity and other things.
So,
Then it came to industry three, electronics, IT system, automation. And now today we are in the era of industry 4.0. Next. Change is the constant in one's ability to adopt those changes will determine your success in life. Change is the only constant word. It is the only permanent word. And it is all one's ability to adopt those changes to determine your success in life.
yes, sir.
Adaptability is a sign of intelligence. Benjamin Franklin has rightly said. Next. Be the change you wish for, see the in the world. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Think about the change. What change way, what vision you can have now. There will be a great amount of change in your mind with regard to the philosophy, your plans, and you will find yourself ahead 10 years by the use of artificial intelligence. I am HR consultant with the ICAO International Civil Aviation Organization Montreal, and I am the only Indian who is human performance technologist with the IATA Switzerland. What in the world in aviation sector we are suffering a big turmoil now. India was number 3 in the world after China and US with regard to the passenger traffic domestic is concerned. We were number 7 in the world for international traffic. Our airports were treated as ACI. I'm the standing council member also of ACI, Hong Kong. They rate the airports on airport service quality 5-point scale. And our airports were coming number 1 in the world also. Bombay Airport, Calcutta Airport. Now this all has come standstill. But still, we see a ray of hope, a great hope to overcome out of it. The only thing, the basic word is change. To accept the change. Unless and until you have the acceptance of change, as a lawyer, you feel yourself demoralized in case you are not accepting a change. Next. Now you see, it was there. Like I told you earlier, the 1.0 was 1784. It lasted up to 19th century. Second was Industry 2.0. It was till 1970. And the third era was 1970 onwards, which speaks about electronics, information technology. And today we are in the modern age 4.0, which is sensor technology, interconnectivity, data analysis, mass customization, integration, value chains. You all students of law are in a golden era. In our days, when we started practice in early 80s, there was no computer.
Yes, sir.
There was nothing like Google. There was nothing like you can see the court ruling. You have some application and websites. You have to sit in the library, go for CRLJ, go for CLR, go for AR, and a list handwritten. There used to be typewriter manual. Where the mistake is there, you have to put the flute or correct or tear out the paper and type again.
Yes, sir.
No advocate was typing himself. We were hardly knowing the typing ourselves. We used to spend money on the typist, see the Tisari court, see the high court, and lot many typists used to be there. We used to have non-judicial stamp paper purchasing from the vendor, then typing it out. As young advocate, we were oath commissioner also for that, and we were hardly getting 2 rupees a day in 1982 for an oath commissioner just to encourage the new lawyers. Now that entire phase has changed. Today you are not dependent on the assistance of anybody for drafting your writ petition or the application. You are on the computer, you have got the printer. No need of going for purchasing the stamp paper. It is available on the net. You put the money and the affidavit, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 200, it will come the format. Now, next slide.
Yes, sir.
Change versus transition. Lot of time we confuse ourselves that it is a transition. No, sorry. Change is a shift in the external situation. It is a shift. External situation. What just come this pandemic? It is a shift from normal to this life where we are wearing the mask. We are having a shield. Movements are less. We take precaution. We are washing our hands how many times? 10 times a day. Earlier we were not. So much cleanliness. Distancing. Transition is the psychological reorientation in response to the change. Now, transition is a process, a phase, basically psychological reorientation in response to the change. What way we transit about it? Psychologically reorienting, accepting it for a change. Next.
Yes, sir.
Change is any alteration in the work environment affecting the employees, organization tend to achieve equilibrium. Again, I'm emphasizing on this word. You are required to make new adjustments in new equilibrium. That is called adaptability. Again, reiterating you again and again as a young law student and a lawyer, adaptability is the sign of intelligence. You have to accept what the things are. Next. 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 These are slides related to my aviation industry.
Okay,
Now,
sir.
you can have back, just you should also have reflection. No, back, going back, 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 back. Today's ground reality was like this. See the Pandemic, what way it is lending to us with the automation, with artificial intelligence. Next slide. What you aimed, it's like this today. You see the roads condition,
Hmm.
see the counters, see the automation. What we were looking 10 years ahead, the use of artificial intelligence, the cyber security since the paperless travel, we have to accelerate that process because of this pandemic, because of this corona crisis.
Yes.
Today you are having sensors, you need not carry anything in your hand, no boarding pass, no nothing. Your mobile is there, or even your face biometrics. If it is loaded and you are registered to a airport, international airport, you are not carrying anything because your iris is there, entire things will reveal there. The system has adopted as a frequent flyer. Next,
Yes, sir.
next. Now this is the air traffic control we are having. We are in a country, so much progress we have done in the aviation sector. Say, for example, I was at Bombay Airport for about 13 years to tenure. We used to have 200 movements a day in 1988, 89. Today we had the 1,300 movements every day. This was the
Yes,
growth
sir.
in the country. Next, next. Now you see, these are the resistance to change. We don't want change. Nobody wants the change. Today we are having this web exercises, Zoom is there, other things are there. It has taken time to have adaptability. Suppose you have the habit of reading late in the night and somebody says you sleep at 9 o'clock. You will not accept the change easily.
Yes, sir.
You will not accept the change. Suppose you have the habit of reading while laying down, having the book like this, and somebody says you sit on the table and chair and read like that. This is a change. You will not like it.
Yes.
In our normal life, we have resistance to change. Somebody says you go in the morning, have a walk, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you are having the habit of rising at 7 o'clock. A great amount of pain will be there to affect the change, will take time. Similarly, for everything, the change is not liked by the people. The working hours,
Hmm.
suppose it is 10 to 6, we say you have to work up to 10 o'clock. Any change in life, in food habits and all, somebody you eat non-veg and they say don't eat non-veg. There is a change, go for vegetarian only. The moral of the story is that change is a difficult process, though we don't like it. But here the change has become necessity, and
Yes, sir.
necessity gives rise to invention. The new ways, individual resistance comes, group resistance comes, organization resistance also comes. Think about the people, not only the justices and advocates, see the supporting staff, the reader, the assistants working in the court, the typist, how much great labor they make and how much their life is affected, the normal routine life. A person who is at the age of 50 years or 55 years working in the court as a court master, as a reader, as a typist, as a daftari, as a peon, how much it has affected their life.
Yes, sir.
Think about the other people also. The concept that when they have suffered it, they have come to that. A person who has not seen the laptop, he is using laptop. A person who is not knowing what these kind of various portals are there, various way of virtual hearing process is there, the necessity made him to affect the change for his employment, for his basic bread and butter. Next,
Yes, sir.
next. Now these are some of the resistance comes. New idea, threat to power, organization structure. Sometimes feel it is a threat. The change will lose my power. Next,
Yes, sir.
resource constraint. Now, this is a very important thing I'm telling you. The country is not Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Madras. The country is in the small towns also. The advocate fraternity is not only in the metros, they are in the small town also. They go to Tehsil headquarters, they appear before the quasi judicial authorities also. There are advocates, the young law graduates who have entered the bar, they don't have laptop with them. They don't have basic facilities. There is a great amount of financial constraint, non-availability with them. Go to a small town in Rajasthan or NP or in Bihar or West Bengal, the small Midnapur, other small places. The small causes courts are there, consumer forums are there, and those advocates are practicing there their bread and butter. Now this pandemic has stopped their life. Things are coming to virtual courts. How do they do? Financial constraints. Luckily, our bar associations across the country are doing a great job. Like Supreme Court Bar Association, I am the member of Supreme Court Bar Association. They have started in the High Court Bar Association also, Delhi. A loan facility is rent-free to 30,000, 20,000 for a needy advocate who was not having the basic facilities of Wi-Fi or laptop or other things, because this is necessity now. How he'll practice? Next. Next. Janvi, next. Uh, Next. Are you? Oh, what have we? Hello? 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 Next slide.
Sir, wait. Sir, actually, I got some network issue. So can you please wait for a while?
No problem. I'll not wait. I'll speak.
Yes,
Now
sir.
you see what is happening. This PPT is not, I'm not here to read the PPT. If I have to read the PPT, I'm not required. PPT reading is not the lecture. PPT is just to focus on certain points. I should not miss that. So the concept is that you must be aware about how to make best use of this period and how to have this change management in your day-to-day life, a routine. How to contact your clients, how to interact with them, how to educate them, how to make them computer savvy, how they should come to you on WhatsApp video or Skype. You have to make a great use of, make your website. The client should know what kind of advocate he is. Interact with him. Are you all listening to me? Hello? Janvi, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So now the thing is, you have to have one consideration in your mind, that what way you have to diversify your things. As a lawyer, you can charge for giving opinion also, where no amount of things are needed except your expertise over a subject. You are a counselor also. Your services gives you money. So you can always have the clientage who are going for litigation, who are having pending litigation. Somebody wants to file a police complaint. Somebody goes to the police station and he wants to lodge an FIR, which is in 154 CRPC, it is not being lodged because there is no cognizable offense. And simply in the SHO, the complaint is registered. You as an advocate advise him to file a complaint case before the magistrate so that the orders comes from the magistrate to investigate the matter when you are there as a facilitator, as a lawyer, and there are various kind of avenues available where you can guide. The most important thing is become a counselor, become a mediator, become a conciliator in this pandemic era where the courts are not there. There can always be settlements. There are alternate remedies. Extrajudicial remedies are available. Now in the government, even the High Court and all, they are coming up to Lok Adalat, they are coming up to other facilities like for land cases and property cases. RERA is there. So many authorities have been created where you can find a great amount of scope as a lawyer. There is no ban for the lawyers in that. Even the labor courts or in the consumer forums, anybody can go to the court. Suo moto, one can go. What is the meaning of advocate? The meaning of advocate is help me to present. We are facilitator. We are a spokesperson for a client. We are a created identity who is speaking on behalf of the client. Help me to present. This is the definition of a lawyer. Much away with the LLB full form in a Latin word legum baccalaureus. What I mean to say, when you are a law student, you are in the final year, or you want to come to the bar, now the days are changing. The days are of specialization. Not this, I'm a criminal lawyer, I'm a civil lawyer, and you open a Pandora box. A client comes, see your profile, what kind of cases you have led, what expertise you have got, what expertise you can have. There are online courses. I did my specialization by India Law Institute, Delhi, which is now a university. There are so many online courses available. Cyber crime is a very good field for all of you. Join some online course of cyber crime, become an expert. Intellectual property rights. Not only intellectual property right, you have to brand yourself for patent or copyright or trademark. You have to choose an stream, arbitration, law of insolvency, bailment. See the small things. And in your LLB studies, I mind you, there is nothing like which is called unimportant. Most of the law students, I teach law in Savita Law School, Chennai also, in MET also, in Lloyd also, in Nalsar Law University, Hyderabad. I'm on their aviation advisory board panel and I go there. There is a great amount of specialization required. You choose aviation law. How many of you know about aviation laws? Hardly any about in Delhi itself, you'll find hardly 30, 40, or 50 advocates who are having basic knowledge about aviation laws, where aviation is a vast field for litigation. Lot many litigations are there. What OMDA has been signed with the airlines, what kind of wet lease is there, what kind of dry lease is there for the aircrafts. And now 100% FDI has been allowed in the aviation sector. There is a great demand for a person, an advocate, who can draft a great amount, good contract. Gone are the days where people used to go to the drafter who is drafting it and copy paste for purchasing the property and all. It's not like that. Every contract is different. Because that is the basis. So you as a person, you can have another portfolio for having expertise in pleadings, drafting contracts, agreements, and that too with a specialization. In the field of aviation, you need to know about various kind of international aviation contracts. What kind of litigation is there? You have the computer before you, you have Google, you can Google anything. There are about 10, 15 acts relevant across the world relating to aviation. Go through that. You have got the time. Today you are saving 4 hours a day, what you used to spend on commutation. This is the period And mind you, many people in the law, the jurisprudence paper comes, they say it is quite boring, it is theoretical and all. No, jurisprudence is a basis of source of law. What is source of law? Go on the basics. Law of torts, maybe it was in England, in India also it is there. Generate awareness about the law. Law of easement, specific relief act. So many acts are there where you have to acquire the knowledge.
Hmm.
And knowledge is money and knowledge is power. Your reading habit should be very strong.
Yes, sir.
Whether it is computerization and all, still don't avoid the AIR and all. I'm writing a book on FIR, police investigation and bailment, etc. It will take about a month for me to complete the book because great amount of research is required in that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't believe in compiling a book, copy paste. Each word should be authored by you. You people should write articles. You have to create a USP as a young law graduate, as a young student. What is your unique selling proposition? Today, you must take care that PIL, public interest litigation.
Of
Today,
course.
you are having an opportunity to file a PIL, Bombay High Court, Calcutta High Court, Jabalpur High Court, Madras High Court, any High Court, sitting at your home, virtual courts. You are face to face before a justice.
Hmm.
Your reflection is there, your power and influence is there. I go to the Supreme Court, Court number 1, Chief Justice Court, where the public interest litigations are being heard. It hardly takes 30 seconds for the Honorable Justices to dispose of a matter to take up, accept the PIL or reject it. But those 30 seconds, your way of presentation, your body movement, your language, your expression, all things are very important. When you are in the virtual court, don't be casual. See what background you are giving before your laptop or computer to the Honorable Justice. Don't be in a red, blue, or yellow t-shirt and all. Don't say there is no dress code. It is advisable, give the full respect to the Honorable Justices. Wear your uniform, what uniform you are having. I'm not saying you put a gown like that and all, like Supreme Court, it is mandatory. It is not mandatory now. But the way you present, it reflects. The Honorable Justices are too liberal. Some advocate they have pardoned who are having some chewing gum, some tea, coffee taking, or laying on the bed with the t-shirt and all. Don't go for these dirty practices. Give full respect to the Honorable Justices because this is the time when your face movement is directly before them. You have to be very specific, clear in your approach because there is hardly any time. See the angle when you are dealing with the client. Believe yourself, you are not an advocate, you are the client. For 1 minute or 30 seconds, a great amount of empathy. You see, visualize the situation from his angle, what he expects, and whether you are coming up to the expectation or not. Never give an advice on a matter where you are not thorough about it. Tell him that come after 2 days. Go back to the books, go back to the case laws, and then only give the advice. Because every time everything is not there in your mind. There is no harm in buying the time. But your advice should be as an advocate, should he stay on the platform of law. Next. Now, what is the individual resistance? Lack of confidence to implement. You must have the confidence. You must learn in the virtual scenario, must take care that there are people who are much more affected. There is a law old saying, I cried, I had no shoes. I cried, I had no shoes unless I saw a man who had no legs. Think about that situation that you are at least benefited. You have got the people have lost the jobs to a large extent in the country. As a lawyer, your job is in your hand, in your mind. Your knowledge is your job. And there is no dearth of job wanting for a lawyer, I tell you. You have to create the avenues. Next, what are the sources? Rational resistance, emotional resistance, psychological problems of fear, anxiety, suspicion, insecurity, people perception of how the change will affect. Some of these are not only the theoretical. In the management, one thing I must tell you, as a person who is teaching management last 30 years, in Narsi Monji Bombay Institute, I taught for about 10 years. And now going to various IIMs, to various institutes in India and across the world. These jargons, these management words, normally the science is you have the formula and then you go for practical basis of theoretical formula in chemistry or physics. Here in management, the practices make the formula. Practice comes first. Experiment first, then making formula. So these concepts have come after seeing the practices, time tested. Next.
Yes, sir.
These are organization resistance. Next. Next. These are some of the causes of fear of technological unemployment. This fear generated a big thing because when there was a transition, when computerization came, and those typists and all who were there sitting in the court, they also had the change. And I must tell you, today you go to the courts, you will find the same typist who was having the manual typewriters, they are having computers. They have certain programs in that. When they can do it as the person who is the helping hand in the clerical level, assisting the advocate, why as advocate you can't do that? Everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. You all as lawyer must have the dream. A young student must see the dream, a big dream. See a dream as a lawyer, I'll be Chief Justice of India. Who stops you? Nobody stops you. Seeing a dream, nobody stops you. Ask for the moon. At least you will get the stars. If you
Yes, sir.
dream to become a Chief Justice of India, at least you will end up to become a High Court judge. If you
Yes, sir.
aspire for a
Very
High
true.
Court judge, you become a magistrate
Yes, sir.
or you go for High Judicial Services. And your appearance in the High Court and Supreme Court for 10, 15 years, 20 years, you never know when you are taken by the bar, from the bar, by the collegium to the bench. See Justice Indu Malhotra, see Justice Kuldeep Singh, see Justice Nariman. They have been taken directly from the bar.
Hmm.
And I give great amount of credit to the collegium because your performance appraisal is on day-to-day basis. You appear in the courts. Your appearances, your arguments, your way of presentation is appraised by the honorable justices in the high courts and all. That's how you are picked up from the bar. Prepare for the high judicial services also. Next. Now these are the overcome resistance. How you can overcome from the resistance, a psycho fear and all. Prepare. Explain why create dissatisfaction with the status quo, reduce uncertainty, lead, provide an inspiring vision, set milestones, energize, communicate, evolve, empower leaders, reward adopters, celebrate victories. Never be hesitant on failures. Love your failures. Failures are very important in life.
Yes, sir.
Failures are great learning.
Yes, sir.
Never be hesitant in accepting the failure because acceptance of failure is a step forward for learning.
Yes, sir. Very true.
That makes you to revisit. When a failure comes in life, fall in love with the failure.
Hmm.
And you will find and think that it leads you to other aspect. I wanted to become a doctor. I was a meritorious student. I failed miserably up to BSc with zoology, botany, chemistry. All my friends became doctors. But that failure, I fell in love, and ultimately, when I got into classroom services, Government of India in '85, a day came when I was heading the medical services of the organization. Always think about that. Failures are very important in life,
Yes, sir.
learning in life. You get a case, you file a writ, it is rejected, dismissed, not admitted. Don't get disheartened. You may feel that I put so much pressure and all. Look, it is there in different fields. Look at a journalist. I know many journalists and all. They go to the site, they prepare a lead story and all to come on the front page. 3 days later, the editor says, no, it is not suitable, reject it. As an author, I tell you, today my 18 books are there across the world now. My dream was to become a writer. My book should be there. The first dream was to be in the entire Bombay. It took about 2, 3 years. It was in Bombay. Then I saw another dream. My book should be in the entire country. It took 5, 7 years. Then I saw a dream. My book should be across the world. It took another 10 years. But it happens. See my articles. Dreams come true. So you must see a dream as a lawyer, as an advocate, as a pleader, that I will be the best, I am the best. And for that, what is the key of success? In this change management scenario, you need to have three love in life, not one. Everybody says, sir, one love in life. My book, Endless Travel, it is there available across the world. This is Endless Travel, second edition. I have told the people across the world to have three love package. And I teach it to all my students across the world. The first love is with yourself. It's not very easy, Janvi, I am telling you.
Yes,
Not
sir.
very easy. It is not very easy. Because if you love a person, you find all the qualities of the person.
Hmm.
If I love a guy, if a boy is there, he loves the girl, he says she is the most beautiful, most intellectual, most intelligent, the richest in the world. Everything fascinates him because he loves. Vice versa, a girl to a man is the most handsome guy, most intelligent and all. Because you don't see any negative in that.
Hmm.
When you love yourself, you stand before a mirror and say, I'm the most intelligent girl or I'm the best advocate. Your mirror image says, no, you are telling lie because you can't tell lies with your own conscience. So your minuses are pointed out by your own. Nobody can know you better than you.
Yes, sir.
So if tomorrow your case is there, you have to appear before the High Court and what preparation you have done. You have so many moot courts and all. But today the concept has changed. Virtual courts have come. So I'm telling the law schools in the country now, please change the pattern of moot court to the virtual courts. Virtual moot courts. That should be the concept. And now this first love will lead you towards perfection because you will not tolerate any negative in your personality. It takes time. Talk to yourself. First thing in the morning, stand before a full-size mirror, close the door all alone, shout at yourself, cry at yourself, laugh at yourself. Fall in love with your own personality to see that I am perfect, I am the best. If I write a book, I look for Bookers or Pulitzer. Let the people laugh. Don't be afraid of the people when you love yourself. Have a great conviction on you. Have a great amount of confidence in you. As a lawyer, everybody can't become a lawyer. We are a different a community who is respected across the world. As a counselor, as an opinion maker, as an advisor, हिंदी में भी बोलेगा तो वकील साहब कहेगा. साहब वर्ड विल कम, वकील साहब.
Yes, sir.
कभी ये नहीं कहेगा वकील आ रहा है, वकील साहब आ रहे हैं. तो आपको साहब तो पहले ही मिल गया. नेक्स्ट.
Yes, sir.
Now second love, I tell you. Yes, second love. What is second love? Second love with your job, with the high court, with your court where you are practicing, with your computer, with your law books. Whatever job you have got, you should be in love with that job. Make a job as a hobby. Enjoy the job. Don't take the job as a text on you, as a curse on you. No. Job is not burden. Job is a hobby. You fall in love with the job. While drafting the pleadings, while making the applications, while doing counseling and all, you see it is your hobby. That will not give you any stress, no strain. When your profession, when your hobby becomes profession, then there is no stress. So the second love teaches you how to love your job,
Yes,
to
sir.
make it as a hobby. You need to love your profession. Whether you like it or not, you have landed to this profession, you have to love it. It is like a forced marriage. You may not love your husband or wife, but you have to love, otherwise life will be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
So this second love is important. Now third love. Third love with your friends, with your father, with your mother, with your husband, with your wife, with your children. Because at times you need a shoulder to rest your tiring head. At times you need a person to wipe your tears. At times you need a person who should say why you are sad. A great amount of belongingness you require as a human being. People are concerned with you. If you are sad, 10 people ring you why you are sad. A concept of belongingness, which is also very important, this love, third love. Now, which love is important out of these three? These three are complementing each other. They can't live in isolation. If one love you remove from the life, the two will cry. So it is a package.
Yes, sir.
Have this package and enjoy. But you have to be very sincere in practicing the concept of love. And I guarantee you, my students, maybe in my mobile around 10,000 across the world, they are corporates also. And I taught them and I tell them that every dream will come true. Provided you are sincere, you have the confidence, you do hard work, there is no substitute for hard work. A great amount of patience is required for success. Patience.
Very true, sir. Patience is always required.
Yes. Courage to face खुद पे हंसना. एक शेर याद आता है तुम्हें? शेर पसंद है तुम लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
ए गुल क्यों देखता है तू दूसरे गुल को? गुल माने फूल.
Hmm.
ए गुल क्यों देखता है तू दूसरे गुल को? तू भी तो एक गुल है, अपनी बाहर देख. हमेशा अपने आप में सोचना है कि आई एम द बेस्ट.
Hmm.
एक शेर है, अब हवाएं ही करेंगी रोशनी का फैसला. अब हवाएं ही करेंगी रोशनी का फैसला. जिस दिए में जान होगी वही जला रह जाएगा. अब you have filed a writ petition and opposite counsel is also there. 3 counsel have appeared before the respondent. Then you say अब हवाएं ही करेंगी रोशनी का फैसला. जिस दिए में जान होगी वही जला रह जाएगा.
Very nice, sir. Very true, in fact.
It's very important in life.
Yes, sir.
Now next,
Yes, sir.
You all are students. You all are my junior colleagues. You all my friends. I don't believe in imposing my ideas on the people. Whatever I say, it comes out of my own opinion, my own experiences, and I write in my books my experiences, in the management also case studies, and I don't impose ideas. So you have every right to disagree with me as a lawyer, to debate on the concept, and it is my duty to convince you my viewpoint like a lawyer. So I give full freedom to all my students to disagree with my viewpoints. Anytime you have disagreement, I welcome that. Yesterday I was telling Janavi also, it is a learning from the students. You always learn because the young generation, what has come today, a boy or a girl at the age of 2 years or 3 years knows how to operate the mobile, how to go on games. You'll be surprised.
Hmm.
Now, workplace change, introduction of new equipments, less skills required, resistance, effectiveness, technological change. We are in a change now. Another field very good for you lawyers is cyber crime. Go for specialization. Yeah. Go on the net. Don't stay only with law degree LLB. Go for a particular field where you are interested. Join an online course from a reputed institute, National Law University or Indian Institute of Indian
Yes,
Law Institute.
ILS.
Yes, Indian Law Institute now. I am the alumni there, and my batchmates are across the world now. It is a very good university now, providing online courses. Online courses are available across the world now. You can join now. Very good thing is the blessing in disguise. You can join University of Yale, Harvard, Manchester, Warwick, Wharton. Online courses are available, recognized with full force of law.
Yes, sir.
So must specialize yourself to acquire the knowledge. Right to information. A lot of people will come. My book is there on right to information. Right to information, join a 15 days course online, Government of India. 1 week, then you cross it, then there will be 15 days course, and that will give a certification of Right to Information Act. So you can advise the people as a lawyer. RTI Act is very important for you.
Hmm.
There is no need for going for file inspection and all. You can have a copy of all the documents just by 10 rupees. Now, Supreme Court of India has also opened themselves to RTI. The Honorable Chief Justice has said RTI is applicable on Supreme Court of India also. So, right to information, unless you know the act, how you'll implement, how you'll utilize it. So, it is very important to know various provisions of the law. You can't advise your client in case you are not aware of it.
Yes, sir.
You have to go to IPC section 96 to 106. See what are the offenses which are exempted, like accident and all, like the crime committed by insane person or the mob lynching and all. So unless you read the books, I was going to one law class with 30 year students. I asked them, what is tort? Sir, tort though I read 2 years back. What is this here? You can't afford to say tort is a civil wrong independent of the contract for which the remedy lies in the form of damages. This is the definition. You can't go away, volunteer not fit injuria, these maxims. Can you? You can't. These are the Bible for you. Evidence check should be on your tips, burden of proof. Section 101 to 115 or estoppel before that. You need to not only read the law or pass the exam, but you have to grasp the knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Merely taking the law degree does not make you advocate. You have to digest, practice, implement. Next, goals for change. Keep business running while changes are in process. Maintain momentum for setting the changes. Minimize resistance with a human touch. Manage the transition for a new way of doing it. These are the Bible for today. In the post-pandemic era, you must see, yesterday I was talking to the students and all, they were trying to appraise the performance of others superior to them. No, I'm not saying king can do no wrong philosophy, but when honorable justices are there, they reach to that level in the bench after a great amount of practice and knowledge and whatever it is, and they go to that. You need to appraise your own performance. Don't judge the judge. Don't become like Shanti Bhushan sort of thing. Look at Justice Kadiju. He has to tender his apology in the open court before Supreme Court. We have to respect the judiciary in the country. It is supreme. So we must respect and bow before it. There is no harm in apologizing when you feel you are hurting the sentiments of anybody. Now, it is a really example that we must not criticize others. We must see our own conduct. We can't become the reformer like that. We are advocates, we are counselors, we are advisors. Our duty is to advise our client with best of our knowledge and in the interest of the client. Next, obstacles. Next, next,
Yes, sir.
next, 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 next. Now you see, it's very important. What is the philosophy for change? The traditional approach used to be analyze, think, and change with head, not heart. Now, nowadays, the people are very sentimental, very sensitive. I'm a Scorpio, 14 November. Scorpio, no zodiac sign.
Hmm.
So, Scorpio, every person has got his own personality level, his own sensitivity level. So, you have to see that when you go to any high court or you are going to the Supreme Court and all, you must have clear understanding about the justices you are going to appear before them. What kind of judgments they have given, what kind of perception they have, what kind of views they have towards particular things, so that you don't annoy the judges. And you are presenting your case with a spirit which goes in line in convincing that honorable justice. Because everybody has got a set temperament, a set way of likes and dislikes. You have to make the honorable justices interested to listen to you. So the great amount of human psychology is required for an advocate to know. A great amount of Supreme Court decided cases on a particular subject. So that when you are pleading a matter, you are citing certain cases before a High Court which are Supreme Court ruling which has not been overruled. And then you are in a better position to argue a matter. Now, this is a high time for all of you as a law student. PIL is not a small thing. You can have penalty also for wrong. PIL is not that thing which is started by Justice P.N. Bhagwati and Krishna Iyer time long back in early 80s. Today, the PIL should be real public interest litigation. There is no quantum in that there is any personal interest attached to it. And for filing a PR, great amount of research is required. You have to have input with you, and that will make your name. This is the high time as a law student coming from a small place and all, you can highlight in the virtual courts across the country. You can be in the headlines of the national newspapers. Sitting in Delhi, sitting in a small town, Pilibhit or Muradabad or Bareilly or Ghaziabad, you can file a PI in Bombay High Court,
Yes, sir.
the cause. And today you never know you are in the headline. That gives you clientage. Nowadays, it is not important that you are intelligent. It is important people should know you are intelligent. A great amount of USP you have to create. Unique selling proposition. People should know, yes, she is she. Become a celebrity of your own. Write articles in the law journals. Send articles. Again, I am telling you, failure is the key of success. Suppose you are sending article 10 times, 6 months, they are not publishing. Don't get disheartened. Today, my articles so far in the long race, more than 150 journals, newspapers, magazines published me. But I had failures, lot of failures. It was not accepted. Have patience, don't get disheartened. Writing should be a good spirit. Your views. Nowadays, you have an opportunity of writing blog, Twitter, so many platforms are there. In our days, it was not there. Today, you can just blast yourself and you are across the world. You can self-publicize yourself. Create your own channel. Next,
Yes, sir.
benefits of resistance. Yes, we have already talked. Next,
Okay, so
compare before and after situation. When you affect a change and then you realize what is today, then you go in retrospect and see what was there earlier. You yourself will be convinced that this change was for betterment. I am telling you, this pandemic, this corona, barring the unemployment, barring the poor people who are suffering a lot, who are the daily wagers, or the people who lost their life because of the infection, the virus, by and large, for the people, for the various professionals, it has come as a blessing in disguise because they have given a food for thought how to have alternate remedies. I am not saying this pandemic is it is a great catastrophe, a great loss to the human being. 500 and more doctors lost their life for the cause of profession. So you have to be very careful not to venture to the courts unless and until the proper precautions are there and physical courts are allowed. Like in Bombay, High Court and all physical courts have started. Lot many places will start also. But try to make use of alternate redressal mechanism. What are the opportunities available? Advise your client for conciliatory mechanism, intermediary, so that things are going in the settlement instead of litigation. Next,
yes, sir.
responsibility for change. Create awareness among the stakeholders. You as you are an advocate, you have to tell the people the importance about it. You are not a doctor, but you are a knowledgeable person. You advise on that also. You can debate upon why to wear the mask, why not to venture like that, why to clean the hands, why to have physical distancing. You have to, without hurting the sentiments of that, you need to have a great amount of convincing power. That is the art of an advocate. We have been made to learn, to practice, to specialize, to have expertise as a person to convince others.
Hmm.
But for that matter, you need to be a great empathy. You see, I'm a poet. and my poetry collections are there. My mentor was Kafi Azmi. I asked him, sir, I don't know the Urdu, Radif, Kafiya, Feloon, technicalities, the grammars of Urdu, how to write the Shairi, a good Shairi. He told me it is not necessary. The necessary to be a good Shair is you should be a good human being. I asked him how to be a good human being. He says the good human being means the moment you are being able to feel the pain of others in your heart, that means the humanity is coming in you. And once you are a good human being, automatically your writings will have reflection of that. So I say to be a good advocate or to a doctor, to anything, I researched for my PhD 18 professions vis-a-vis stress level and tension. So I realized they are a good human being is more important than to be a good advocate. You can't be a good advocate unless and until you are a good human being.
Yes, sir.
Unless and until you are having a good concept of empathy. Never look at it that you have won the case, how much benefit that client has got. You are a professional. You got your professional fee. It's good. Next.
Yes, sir, sure.
Instruments, communication of reasons, goals and consequences, verification of targets, creation of tolerance, very important. Next. 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 I think. हाँ क्वेश्चन आंसर यार तुमने क्वेश्चन आंसर ही मिटा दिए जानवी.
Sir, I'm sorry. I'm presenting it again.
नो प्रॉब्लम नाउ वी आर. एक शेर तुम्हें सुनाता हूँ मेरी पोइट्री का पहला है.
Yes, sir, sure.
किसी को गीत देता हूँ किसी को साज देता हूँ. किसी को गीत देता हूँ किसी को साज देता हूँ. बहुत खुश होता हूँ तो हर राज देता हूँ. किसी को गीत देता हूँ किसी को साज देता हूँ. बहुत खुश होता हूँ तो हर राज देता हूँ. नहीं कुछ बचता है जब लुटाने के लिए. नहीं कुछ बचता है जब लुटाने के लिए तेरी खोई हुई आवाज को आवाज देता हूँ. Your hobby becomes very handy to the profession.
Yes,
I
sir.
recite my share, my poetry and all to relax my students, to divert the attention from a painful situation. Because the best way I specialize on stress management. The stress is it is a game between expectation versus reality.
Hmm.
So that is there. You see, this is one of the book I advocate for everybody.
Joy.
You can see on that. And this is the book which I advocate for all of you. Writings on the wall.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there are 18 books. And this is the book I always wanted to dream that my novel should be there to make a film. And fortunately, this novel of mine, a film is being conceptualized in Bombay. So dreams come true.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is life always. The success is not destination. It is a journey on endless road.
Hmm.
Isn't it?
Yes,
एक
sir.
शेर है. क्या पूछते हो जिंदगी से जिंदगी के बारे में. क्या पूछते हो जिंदगी से जिंदगी के बारे में. क्या बताए अजनबी अजनबी के बारे में. It's always a suspense.
Yes, sir.
You don't become old with the age.
Hmm.
The mind. I'm the youngest among all of you. My student says I'm a recycled teenager. Questions?
So, guys, do you have any questions?
Achha, yesterday everybody was coming on the computer. Now why they are not coming on that? Zoom mein they never come.
No, no, sir. Actually, we are streaming it live on YouTube. And
Okay.
yes, sir. So you and I are only here in Zoom.
So, but they are viewing us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they can ask question.
Yes, sir. They can ask question on YouTube. I'm just matlab, seeing that they have any question or not. Sir, we have a question.
Yes.
Sir, what to do if change become difficult?
Yes, change is difficult. That's why it is change. I told you. It has to be difficult. Now, how to go about the difficult words? See, words have got no meaning. We give meanings to the word. Suppose I say God is now here. You can read it, God is nowhere.
Yes, sir.
Difficult is a word. What do you mean by difficult? Earlier days, I tell you, conflict used to be a negative word. Today, we are teaching management conflict as a positive word.
Yes,
Functional
sir.
conflict. Similarly, once you accept it is a difficult thing. So digest why it is difficult. Analyze it. You are a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Write down difficult why. Write down the points. Why it is difficult. Because everybody has got different points on that. Suppose three people are saying change is difficult.
Hmm.
If I ask them, write down why, their answers will be different.
Yes,
Write
sir.
down that difficult word, the answer why, and then why will give you how to make it.
Yes, sir.
Why will give rise to how. This is the easiest way.
Hmm. Sir, we
Change.
have one more question. How to
Yeah.
become a legal advisor?
Oh, very good. We are already legal advisor here. What
Sir,
is called legal advisor? A person who advises on the basis of legal front, on the basis of law. Legal advisor means a advisor who advises you on the
on the
legality
yes, sir.
as per the law, because you are the person who knows the law.
Yes,
You
sir.
are the person who knows various sections of various acts. Somebody comes, somebody has made the wall in front of my house and all. What is lobbyism? Somebody says law, section 31 is special relief act. This was the performance of the contract. Somebody comes there, sir, this is a voidable contract or void contract. Somebody comes for sale of goods act, unpaid seller. You know the definitions of that. You know about implications of that. You know
Yes,
about arbitration act. Somebody comes, I want to divorce my wife. You are the person you can advise legally how he can divorce. Why divorce?
sir.
Somebody wants to have conjugation of legal um, um, rights. Somebody wants what is separation. Okay. So
Yes,
all these things you need to legal advisor means a person. Somebody says, I want to write a will. Somebody asks you whether the will is required to be registered. Husband and wife, they go for divorce or separation, then he says, what is conjugation of restitution of conjugal rights? What is restoration of conjugal rights? You are a person, you are a lawyer, you need to know about Mohammedan law, about Hindu law, about Special Marriage Act. You need to know what is Hiba, what is Kharja Pandan, what is Meher Mafzal, what is Hanifi law, what is Shariat law, what is Daya
yes, sir.
Bhaga in Hindu, what is. You must know all the things. Mitakshara and Daya Bhaga, two sects of Hindu law.
Sir,
Law
we
of
have one more.
inheritance. Ah, yes.
Sir, we have one more question. How to go for aviation law?
Oh, very good. This is a very important, interesting question.
Yes,
Aviation
sir.
law is not one. The laws which relate and regulate, those who have read jurisprudence in a clear terms, what is law? Law comes from practices, law is a common sense.
Yes, sir.
Law is a in your hand a tool for solving the problems.
Hmm.
Aviation law means aviation is a profession.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Aviation is a avocation like any other. Hospitality industry, tourism industry, aviation industry. This is the most glamorous industry. I served for all international airports of the country. I worked abroad and made my name as an HR expert for the aviation. And law also. There are
Yes.
about 10 to 15 acts which govern the regulation of. Why law is made? Law is made to regulate activity.
Yes, sir. There are a set of rules and regulations.
Yes, set of rules and rules to regulate for better performance. In the aviation, laws have been made. Now, Aircraft Security and Safety Act. If you go to the airport, you try to destroy it, the punishment is capital punishment.
Yes, sir.
Go to 1944 Geneva Convention. That is the beginning of regulating the aviation sector. Law came out of it when various kind of disputes came. How to solve those disputes? So you must read, go to the net 10, 15 acts relating to aviation, specialize in any one of them. See what kind of litigation is pending in the country and what is the future of this. Future is very vast in aviation now because FDI is allowed now. Foreign countries are coming. Foreign airport, Jewar is being made by Zurich. Adani has taken Bombay airport also.
Hmm.
Lot of litigation will come from the airlines for the dues, for recovery suits, for breach of contracts, violation of contract,
Yes, sir.
arbitration, the
So the
OMDA
scope
between,
is very, very
yes,
large.
scope is very vast. You go to the acts relating to aviation and specialize in that.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, it's
Sir,
very
we have a
interesting.
very interesting question.
Yeah.
Komal Singh has asked, Sir, are you providing an opportunity for internship under you, and how can I apply it?
Yes, I'm chairman of Aero Academy of Aviation Science and Management. I have got few trainees with me. And earlier, I was director of Indian Aviation Academy, Government of India. And before that, I was head of the HR for Airports Authority of India. So, in my whole career, I must have taken the interns, thousands and thousands of that in different parts of the country, and I welcome. But to be a trainee under me requires a great amount of hard labor, conviction, perfection. Because I'm Scorpio, I don't settle with it. So I am not here just to give a certificate on the letterhead that so and so has done the internship under me.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you aspire to do internship or a project under me, it requires a great amount of research, labor, but I assure you that particular project will be value addition to your knowledge and for your career also. So I welcome it. And it is always better that two students of the same wavelength should join together and give me the name of a project, and then we will make the synopsis and then we can go further. Sky is the limit in the legal field. So two, three trainees are already there and I welcome, and my academy will issue the certification.
So, do you have any other question, guys? Sir, I think now no one have any question.
Very good. So nice. Janvi has done. We all must clap for Janvi.
No, 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 sir.
She is a girl, very dynamic, very persuasive, very enterprising, and
No,
I wish
sir,
her
not
very
at
good
all.
luck because you see, she is with me, and last what, preparation she has done, and I'm very happy about the way in a systematic manner she does the things, and I wish her good luck in life. And
Thank you very much, sir, for it.
I again say that hard work is the key for success,
Yes,
and
sir.
without hard work, nothing can be achieved.
Yes,
The
sir.
luck and opportunity comes only with the support of hard work.
Sir, Uddesha Narayan is asking how to apply for internship, like how to apply internship under you.
Now you see the Janvi is there. You have the channel Janvi. Janvi will coordinate for the internship. I give her the task. Suo moto, I made her as my coordinator and a part of my academy.
Yes,
Janvi,
sir.
are you willing to associate with my academy?
Yes, sir. Obviously, sir. Why will I not?
So the you contact Janvi. She is a focal point, and then we'll organize accordingly to select the topic and all. I
Okay,
have great expectation from Janvi,
sir. I will not break your expectations and
and I don't know why. You see, I get good people in life, and I'm a Scorpio. I got intuition, and my face reading, and I read hand also. It is never wrong. And my assessment about a person. I interview the guys for managerial positions and all in the organization. And the people around 2, 3,000, 4,000 people I must have recruited for the various airports of the country. And you all have got the license to take my name at any airport of the country. And it may benefit, that is the goodwill I generated. People should remember you by your works. So
hmm.
my introduction should be by my works, not with my face.
Yes,
The
sir.
introduction should be my creations, my writings, and rest you all can see my website. She has already
Sir,
written there.
I will share the website credentials with them.
And Janvi will construct a separate WhatsApp group or Janvi group so that
Okay,
the
sir. I
interested
will.
people are in that WhatsApp group. And
Hmm.
in spite of, I got an advocates forum group also, but the group is only 256, so we can't go more. So let
Yes,
it be a
sir.
new group of students.
Okay, sir. I will surely make a new
Yeah,
group.
so she will make a group and let Janvi be the coordinator. And one more, my bonding is there. She is from Banasthali University, and I am last 15 years advisory board member of Banasthali University. I teach there as a guest faculty and a visiting faculty. And to tell you all for information, this is the largest university of the world where 16,500 female are
Yes, sir.
studying
So
from
more
nursery
than
to
this.
PhD. Only girls.
Yes, sir.
And they wear khadi, no you see no AC, no cooler, and morning get up. You see the way of life, and they have got all the facilities, whether it's horse riding or swimming or flying. I go for the aviation there also. Pilot girls are there, and an environment is like that. You can have the painting, the drawing, singing. You tell me a field, it is there. Computer science, you have got the village like things are there. You purchase khadi from there. I purchased khadi. I saw how the khadi is made for
Sir.
guts and all. So I must tell everybody, make an occasion to visit Banasthali. It's the best place. And
Hmm.
secondly, for the girls, this is the license to get a good life partner. Because if the girl is from Banasthali, there is a license about tradition, about mannerism, about the culture. If you are coming from Banasthali,
Yes, sir.
a
Yes,
hard
sir.
life, a hard life.
So very hard life there.
Yes.
So
So
I think now no one has any questions. So all right, thank you so much, sir, for your time, and thanks everybody for being there. Stay tuned. We will be continued to bring the webinars, and that's all. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, sir.
thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.